channel. My name's Maggie, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how I survived the past 4-ish months on disability pay, or sometimes no pay at all, because it was a roller coaster to say the least. If you're as excited for this video as I am, please leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe, and let's go. So, quick disclaimer at the beginning of this video, I am not going to be sharing my exact diagnoses or problems that I have. I know I'm very open about my finances on this channel, but I just don't feel comfortable being that open with everything that's going on with my health. So if you feel that I'm being vague at some points in this video, it's intentional and I am trying to be vague. So thank you for respecting my privacy. And now I'm going to tell you guys the 4 ways that I got through the past 4-ish months since about the middle to end of September. So the first way I did it was obviously disability pay. I'm going to be vague, but I worked through a specific insurance carrier that did deal specifically with like employee benefits, management of disability pay, and that kind of thing. So I worked through them. I'm not sure how widely known this is, but typically when you get disability pay, it's about 60% of your normal salary or hourly pay. So that is about what I received. I was normally paid bi-weekly through my job, TCH. Again, that one I'm intentionally vague about because it's a smaller company. I've always been vague about that, but whatever. So typically I was paid bi-weekly, but then when you get paid through disability, or at least through the carrier that I work through, I actually got paid weekly. So I earned about $418, give or take a few cents. It was about the same, but I can't remember the cents right now. I was paid about $418 every single week for a little bit. The way my experience with disability pay went was my last day of work was about, I think it was September 21st, somewhere around there. And then I was deemed unfit for work September 23rd, and I applied for disability pay that week. I did not get paid until October 21st, I believe it was. It was either the 19th or the 21st. I can't remember which. But yeah, so I went about a month without getting a full paycheck because I did get paid through TCH, my last paycheck, but it was a partial because I didn't work that full time. I didn't work until the end of that pay period when I was declared unfit for duty. So I got a partial paycheck in like the beginning of October, I believe. That was our next pay period. But yeah, I literally did not get paid again until like the 19th or the 21st of October. And that was a big one. That was like, I think I got like $1,000 or so to make up for all that time. But after that, consistently every week, I got $418 until about the 19th of, yeah, I got consistently paid that $418 until about the 19th of November because I was only supposed to be gone for like 2 months. But when I initially set up my claim, the company was like, yeah, we'll give you 3 months just in case. I'm like, okay, sure, bet. And then I only got paid for 2 months, and then everything just stopped. I got another partial check. That's went through the disability pay. It was like $239, I think. And then my claims examiner just stopped emailing me back, and I just stopped getting paid. It was really shitty, honestly. So yeah, all this payment just stopped until literally 3 days ago. I just hit a chair. Until literally 3 days ago, I had no idea this was coming. I just got a piece of mail from the company that was doing my disability pay. I'm like, huh, I wonder if they're just, because they kept sending me like mail sometimes about being like, oh, set up your new claim, or whatever. And I'm like, I don't need to, I'm going back to work now. But I opened this mail, and thank God I did, because there was a check for $1,400 in there. I was like, what the hell, Yante? So I got a check for almost $1,400, and every single check that I got through the disability pay people, including this last check, it says like the pay period that it's for. Good, smart. And this check that I received on like the 20th, maybe the 19th of January, was from the 20th of November through like the 22nd of December, which was the day my claim was supposed to end. So why it took a month to get to me, I don't know. But I just got $1,400, so I'm kind of So expect a cash stuffing of that money, not all of it, because I am going to use some of it to pay my rent this month. And then I had like a couple medical bills come out, very small, but I had a couple medical bills that needed to get paid. So I used that to pay for them as well. So there's going to be like $700 left though that I'm going to cash stuff for you guys. So look forward to that video that is coming soon. So the second way that I was able to get through these past 4 months was my fiance. He has honestly been such a lifesaver. I just want to add real quick that this is not really a guide on how to survive 4 months on disability or without a real, not a real job, without being able to work your job. This is not a guide because I realized you can't just go out there and get a fiance, or my next thing is birthday. Like you can't just plan to have your birthday and get birthday money. Like, so I don't want anyone to take this as a guide. I just want everyone to know that this is my experience. This is how I got through it personally. So yeah, my fiance, huge help. I was very fortunate enough to not have to ask him to cover rent or anything because I had my emergency fund that I've been saving through cash stuffing. I also had a little bit of money left over in like my savings account and a high yield savings account. I had money that I was able to pay my bills off of. It was just anything extra, like food, like groceries, and like eating out and stuff. Like the groceries were the thing we needed, but it was just food in general that was a huge stressor for me. So my fiance Avery was a huge help. Like the way that we do it in our household is I go out, I buy the groceries, I put it on a credit card, I pay off my half at the end of the month, but he'll give me his half whenever he has the cash, like whenever he goes to the bank, because he's a cash guy. So he doesn't Zelle me, PayPal me, any of that kind of stuff. He literally, like, if groceries were $150, he'll go to the bank and $75 that he pulls out, instead of being spending money, it is payback money for the groceries. That's how he does our rent, our bills, all that stuff. He just gives me cash and then I deposit it in my account. It's not the most efficient way to do it, but it's the smoothest way for us because again, he is a cash man. It's just easier for him to do it that way. So he would pay me back immediately, so I wasn't going like crazy in debt with my credit cards. And then when it comes to eating out, again, like eating out and delivery, are they necessary? Absolutely not. But are they comforts and things that we like to do and have as part of our lifestyle? Absolutely. So he knew, you know, I'm very open with my fiance. I'm very open with him about, you know, hey, like I'm getting this much from disability and that's all I have for this week. So he would, like, if we wanted to eat out, or like he wanted to eat out more specifically, because I wasn't gonna be like, hey, I want to eat out, can you buy it? That's just not the kind of person I am. But if he was like, hey, you know, I'm really feeling Mexican food, you want me to deliver it for us? I'm like, yes, because I'm a big back. I'm not gonna say no to food. But yeah, he was very in on it. He was very good about that. He never pressured me like, hey, you know, I'm buying all this stuff, but can you cover it this time? He never said that to me once, and I feel very blessed. I'm not religious, but I feel very blessed that I have that kind of partner who knows that I'm in a very tight financial situation right now. I literally can't buy it, so he's not going to press me on it, and I really appreciate that. The third way that I was able to survive was birthday and Christmas money. So my disability pay ran out, or so I thought, at the end of November, so I literally was like, fuck, I have no money. So I did start door dashing. I did have a little bit of income that way, but I was still doing like clinicals. I was still getting into the you know, I was still getting into the swing of things of working again because it had been so long. I had been focusing on my mental health and healing my disability. I say healing, I don't mean curing. I mean healing. Like I was working on myself to get through my disabilities and to be a healthier person. So I'd been focusing on myself for so long that like putting myself back into a working mindset was kind of difficult. But I did DoorDash, you know, I started 1 day a week, 2 days a week. I kind of worked my way up to earning more money, but it was not a lot of money. So again, I'm so fortunate that it just happened to be December the next month, and my birthday's in December as well as Christmas. So I am so fortunate. I am so grateful that I have family who are in good financial situations. They were able to be like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? I could say cash and I would get cash or a check. Like I'm so fortunate. I've already expressed my gratitude to them in person, and they don't watch my YouTube channel, but in case they ever come across it, guys, I'm literally so grateful for you, for everything you did for me. I think I ended up getting about $400 in just money from them, like straight up money that I was able to use towards like utilities and gas for my car and stuff like that. This year was different. Like, you know, in the past, you know, when I turned 21, it was like, ooh, I got some money from my family. I'm gonna put a little towards savings, and then I'm gonna go out and buy some Panera. Like, I used it for frivolous things because it was gift money, it was extra money, and I had a job and I had stability so that I could use that for frivolous things. But that was not the case this year. So I literally used it for bills. I did not put any of it towards savings, but I used it for my necessities. And again, I'm so freaking grateful for that. I'm also especially thankful for my grandparents because they also covered my new tires. I I had needed new tires for a hot second, like all four. I had needed tires for a hot second. And I was just putting off, and then I got disability. I got put on disability, and it was like, I don't have the money for this. It's not even like I'm just gonna put it off until later. Like, I literally have to put it off. I don't have the money for it. And then I had gone to Michigan for like a little day trip, and I was driving back, and I got a fucking flat. So I had to get my car towed to my house. I had to go out with my family here in Indiana, go get a spare, have them put it on because I don't even own a jack. Don't come for me. I know I need to, but I didn't have one. And so they had to put that spare on, and then I had to drive that car on the spare to the Walmart to get 4 brand new tires and have that new spare be put in the back so I can actually have it for the future. So that was a whole experience. But yeah, my grandparents covered to have all 4 tires be put on my car, and oh my gosh, I don't even know how I would have covered that without them. So I don't want to say I'm lucky, because if I say I'm lucky in that scenario, I feel like it implies that it just happened. Like, it could have happened to anyone, but it happened to me. No, my grandparents know me, and they know that I am a good person in need of things. So I am fortunate. I am grateful, and I am fortunate that I was able to receive that money from that as a total gift. They could also be like, hey, pay us back when you're ready. No, they wanted to give me that money, and I am eternally grateful for that. I am not lucky, I am fortunate, and I let them know that. Finally, the last thing that got me through these past 4 months was recognizing that I needed to change my spending habits and doing it. I followed through on not spending on frivolous things. The way I think of it in my head is I had to do an unintentional, unplanned no-buy that was literally necessary. So like, you know, I made a video earlier about how I'm doing a low buy for this first quarter, and that's because I plan to. I want to continue to be intentional with my spending and being good with my money, especially with this hard time that I've just gotten through and I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel of. But I could not have seen that my disabilities would have gotten so bad that I literally could not work and could have been and was declared not fit for duty. So like, I had to put myself in that mindset, and I had to do it immediately. I completely cut out frivolous purchases like books. Sorry, I have a list down here. Books, clothes, new subscriptions, and diamond art. Those were the 4 things that I really was like, okay, dude, you don't have the money for that, don't buy it. Like, you know, I love to buy books, and it is something on my low buy thing that I'm not allowed to buy any, which is true. I'm not allowed to. Spoiler alert, I did buy one, but I'll go into my reasoning in my low buy update video, so it's fine. It's fine. I was like, I have enough books, so anytime I would find a new book that I wanted to buy, I was like, dude, I kind of just like gave myself a reality check. It wasn't even like remind myself of my low buy, no buy rules. It was literally a full-blown reality check. Like, I'd see something that I want, and I'd be like, dude, you don't have the money for that. Do you need it? Do you need it? And usually the answer would be no, and so I would not buy it. And I'm so grateful that I have been working on my budgeting skills and the way that I think about money through cash stuffing for the past 11 months, 10 months. Because again, like, I've been working on my self-control so much, and I'm so lucky for that I am in a better place mentally where I can work on my, like, I don't have to work on it as hard as I would. I just have to implement it. That's a great word. I just have to implement the self-control that I've been working on. So yeah, I'd be like, ooh, I'm on Facebook Marketplace. Look at that cute diamond art. No, I don't have the money for that. Don't buy it. Don't care. Don't buy it. Or, oh my gosh, I really want to get into roller skating. I don't know how to do it, but I really want to learn. And then I have to remind myself in the moment, bitch, you don't have the money to learn. So how about save that for the future when you do have the money and time to learn? Because I also don't have the freaking time, bro. So yeah, it was just, I'm so glad that I have worked on implementing self-control. It is very important, and it has helped get me through this. I also completely cut out my online shopping except for Christmas. But that is because due to cash stuffing since March, I was gonna say all this. I had quite a bit of money set aside specifically for Christmas. And this one I'll say it lucky. I am so lucky and fortunate that I didn't have to spend that money. Like, yeah, I had to spend my emergency fund. Yeah, I had to dip into extra spending. Yeah, I couldn't pay for my tires by myself, and I did need to get it from my grandparents. But I was able to keep aside about $100, $200 just for Christmas and just to buy the important people in my life Christmas presents. Like, I didn't go crazy. I didn't buy my roommate from freshman year. I didn't buy her Christmas present this year. I didn't even buy my best friend a Christmas present this year. But, you know, my aunt and uncle have been super important to me, super big in my life. I bought them Christmas presents. I bought my sister a Christmas present. I would say my other sister, but she would not let me buy her a Christmas present. I'm like, dude, what do you want for Christmas this year? She said, nothing. Put that money that you saved for me and put it for yourself. I love her so much. But I don't blame anyone for saying what they wanted, because I also had to convince other people. I was like, dude, I have the money for this. Like, I promise I saved money. My aunt, I was like, dude, you know how tough of a situation I'm in right now, but I promise I have this much money set aside, so this is your budget. Like, that's kind of what I did. I was like, hey, grandparents, I have this much money set aside. What do you want? I did get my grandma a surprise gift. I did get my grandma a surprise Christmas gift. I did not ask her. I just fit it into the budget, and she absolutely loved it. She almost cried, which I was like, ah. But yeah, like other people, I'd be like, okay, I set aside $25 for you. I set aside $30 for you. What do you want? Like, it was not big. Like, I did not go ham on any Christmas presents this year, but I had money set aside. And the easiest way to do it was through Amazon. So I didn't buy anything for myself during this period, but I did buy Christmas presents for people. I didn't even buy my cat a Christmas present this year, but I also knew that he loved playing with trash more than anything. So I was like, I could just give him trash and he'll be fine. So to round off this video, that is everything I needed to say, but I do want to include again that I am so incredibly grateful to everyone's generosity that they have showed me in these past 4 months. I could not have done it without my friends, my family, and especially my fiance. This has been a really, really hard time, and I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because I got a new job and I actually started. I got my first paycheck from them, from a W-2 like employed job, like not a 1099, like it was no DoorDash where I have to put aside taxes. It was a job. It is a new job where I already have money set aside. So every cent given to me is money that I can spend on bills and stuff like that. And it was just a partial. I'd only been there for like a week or so. I think I worked like less than a week's worth of shifts too, but whatever. Like I have a paycheck now. I am working at a job where I'm getting paid, not disability pay. I'm getting everything that I should get, and it's just great, and I'm so excited. So expect cash stuffings and budget with me's to come back. I'm so excited to be making my regular content for you guys again. Like, this is the reason that my channel exists right now, is to show you guys money management and cash stuffing, and I haven't been able to do that in a hot freaking second. So I'm so excited to be able to bring those videos back for you guys. So what I'm thinking, just a little like look into the future for my channel, I am thinking of doing budget with me's on Fridays and cash stuffing on Mondays, because I actually have 2 jobs. I haven't started the second one yet because of like the government being stupid and not accepting my fingerprinting, but that's a whole other little tangent. Not this video. Not a topic for today. But anyway, it's being a whole menace to society. So I haven't started at my second job, but I do actually have 2 jobs that I am employed by, and one of them I'm getting money from. But the reason that I bring up the second job is because I will be getting paid every single Friday now. Instead of getting like a whole lump sum every 2 weeks, I'm getting a little bit from here and a little bit from there every week. So I feel like that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a budget with me every Friday and then a cash stuffing every Monday. So hopefully we will be getting about 2 videos a week. I'm really hoping that I'm able to do that. Accountability factor right here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this whole video. Thank you for sticking around. I do know this is not my normal content, but I felt like it was a really important video to just have a sit down chat about, because disabilities are hard. Hopefully our regularly scheduled content will be returning soon, starting with that extra disability paycheck that I got. Can't wait to cash stuff that for you guys. Probably won't have a budget with me with that because I've already budgeted it out myself. I couldn't wait. But anyway, I'm so excited to be making videos for you guys again. I'm so happy to be back to our regularly scheduled content. And I will see you guys hopefully a little later this week for my first low buy quarter update. See you later. Bye.